And so Lauryn Hill can co-sign what she wants to co-sign, right? Will she be able to set standards commercially? For me personally, this is my true opinion, which is why I haven't been speaking on this. Now, Barb's, I'm going to need you to stay calm. And honestly, both sides of this equation, I really want everybody to stay calm. Waking up to the news that Lauryn Hill and Doechii have shared the stage together at a festival taking place in Miami. Okay, so this is a major look for Doechii. This is a major cosign, and I think it tells us a lot about what Lauryn Hill thinks about the female rap game and Doechii's current trajectory. Now, have you noticed that I've been keeping my mouth shut lately when it comes to Doechii? We've been seeing her ascend as we've been following it since 2024, and honestly, it's pretty great to see. But I can't lie, this one right here triggered me. I do want to say that I think that Doechii is immensely talented, and I think that Doechii is immensely talented. And the accusations of Doechii being an industry plant, I don't necessarily agree with them because I have seen Doechii since I believe 2019, 2020, during the pandemic era when she blew up before getting signed to TDE. And since getting signed to TDE, she had a struggle when they first signed. Think about songs like Booty Drop that I felt like was trying to push her into the conventional female rapper aesthetic of commercialism. And that didn't really work out for her. Now, she has been seeing a lot of critical acclaim and success with her Denial is a River song as well as her mixtape, right? And we talked about which bitch you know got a Grammy off a mixtape, okay? She is the first female rapper to win a Grammy off a mixtape. Doechii joins Cardi B and Lauryn Hill as the only women in Grammys history to win Best Rap Album. Congratulations to Doechii. However, Doechii has been killing it since her Grammy win, and you really can't even be mad at it, which is honestly why I've been keeping my mouth shut. I know that she faces a lot of criticism from female rap stans, both from Nicki Minaj stans and Doja Cat stans who feel like she is a clone of them. Doechii to me has a lot of artistic traits from Nicki Minaj, Doja Cat, and Kendrick Lamar, and I think that that's fine. The cosign is great for Doechii, right? Like, we don't really see Lauryn Hill co-sign anybody. And so I want to say congratulations to her. Like, this is a huge feat. And right before recording this video, I was doing some research as I should. And I found a Billboard article where they had announced Lauryn Hill to be performing amongst Doechii and all the other acts that took the stage at this Miami Jazz Festival or whatever. And Doechii was already confirmed to be booked and on the lineup. This was so unexpected, in terms of like not knowing that beforehand. And as always these days, we wonder what is truly genuine and what is like pre-planned and what is contrived. Obviously, this was pre-planned and as it should be. However, almost every female rapper has given their props to Lauryn Hill, including the Nicki Minaj. I really want to rewind back to the first time Nicki Minaj and Lauryn Hill met.
No, 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 no. Please, please. I'm in love with you.
So Nicki Minaj bows at her feet to Lauryn Hill. You can see her manager right here. They've met several times, but Lauryn Hill has never gave Nicki Minaj a feature. And in Nicki's strife with the upcoming female rappers in the industry, one of the things she said is that I never begged Foxy Brown or Lauryn Hill for a cosign for a feature, and that was something that she stuck by, especially even back in her days when she was rapping in Jamaica, Queens, before she really got discovered. She actually told her then manager Fendi to not ask Lil' Kim for a feature. However, honestly, as a Barb, I can't help but to be, honestly, in no better words, pissed for Nicki, no shade. And my opinion might change over time, but this is once again at 6 a.m. and this is my first reaction to seeing Lauryn Hill co-signing Doechii and skipping that step, right? Skipping co-signing Nicki Minaj in a meaningful way. I want to get into this tweet, right? So it says Lauryn Hill saying after Nicki Minaj bowed and professed her love to her says a lot now compared to what we're witnessing right now. So
I'm in love with you.
So you hear that? She said, So Doechii receiving this much love from Lauryn Hill speaks volumes. Miss Hill doesn't just fool with anyone, let alone share a stage. people are going to be annoyed because they feel like for Barb's, like they, are super pissed about everything that Doechii or any other female rapper accomplishes and stuff like that, which is once again why I have held my opinion because I'm truly not a hater. Once again, and as somebody who was following Doechii from her come up days, I always maintained that, and this is before, I really started speaking on YouTube and stuff like that, but I always maintained that Doechii was a star and all she needed was a budget and to be put in the right places. And we're now really seeing that. I don't really think that she's an industry plant or a lot of her success is contrived. And we're gonna get there. So first of all, if you're still here, I need you to like the video and get to the end because I'm gonna make some good points. Okay. I want to come back to this tweet because people are already arguing and stuff on the internet. This person says, I have a reverence for Nicki, but the barbs are delusional. Doechii didn't and doesn't need a Lauryn Hill cosign. And neither does Nicki Minaj, right? Because one thing that Nicki Minaj has over all of the female rap greats is that she is truly commercially successful. That's one of the things that her and Lauryn Hill have in common. But more on that point later. Bear with me. So it says, Doechii did it and doesn't need a Lauryn Hill cosign. However, the fact that Miss Lauryn is essentially giving Doechii space and passing her the torch means there's a respect of artistry there that she didn't have for Nicki. And this really, to me, speaks volumes. And I think that Barb's, they don't understand how to articulate these points and stuff like that. And that's why one of the reasons why it's like, dang, like, first of all, you can't even tell people whose artistry to respect and who's not. And so Lauryn Hill can co-sign what she wants to co-sign, right? It does kind of sting to see Lauryn Hill sort of like not give Nicki that respect. I definitely want to know what you guys think about that. If you guys think that that tweet encompasses your feelings about this like event. Doechii came on stage to perform like dua. You might wanna watch out. Some girls of that thing that yeah that the aesthetic is there, right, between them and stuff like that. And even Armand Wiggins recently said that Doechii has the range, right? Like she has this sort of Afrocentric range that she's been rocking. She also has this glam range that we saw her kill. She absolutely killed Fashion Week in both Milan and Paris, right? And so I think that that's truly amazing. She able to express herself and the identity of being a black woman in authentic black woman in artistry in ways that a lot of the BBL female rappers have not been able to do. However, my main point in with Doechii is that her team is doing exactly what they should be, right? Getting her all in the right places. However, I do think that a lot of these cosigns are coming a little bit too soon. And honestly, this is no hate or shade, but I don't really think that Denial is a River is really all of that of a great song, especially something as a single that you would want to be pushing. And I saw somebody tweet that like in this crowd is a crowd of older people, and they're not really taking to Doechii well. They don't know her, they don't know her lyrics and stuff like that. And so I think that this is going to be the challenge for Doechii, and this is going to be something that I am looking forward to and I will continue to talk about. Doechii already has the critical acclaim and she will continue to build on that. However, will she be able to set standards commercially? I think that that is really important. You have a rapper like Lauryn Hill who was able to have critical acclaim and commercial success, doing over what 400, 300,000 on her albums, still one of the acclaimed as one of the best albums to date. And Nicki Minaj, she didn't have so much of the critical acclaim. Like she has a little bit of that, but she has more of the commercial success. So I feel like Nicki Minaj is still the balance of everything that you would want in a female rapper. However, I do wonder what it is about Nicki Minaj that Lauryn Hill didn't really feel the need to co-sign. She seemed very gracious and appreciative of the love that Nicki showed her in person, but it doesn't really seem like Lauryn Hill has ever been truly moved by Nicki's artistry in a way that she publicly wanted to co-sign or whatever. I wonder, do you guys think that it's the Barbie aesthetic? Do you think that maybe Lauryn Hill felt like Nicki leaned too much on commercialism? This is not no a knock to Nicki. So once again, Barb's calm down and keep it cute in the comments. Everybody keep it cute in the comments because we just having a conversation right now. Once again, my opinion may change, but these are all of the questions that arises in my head once I see this, right? And so yeah, I just really wonder, is it the Barbie aesthetic? Does she feel like she was too much of a descendant of Little Kim? I don't know. I'm really just throwing shit out there for real. It could have been none of those things. It could have been like she truly hasn't been moved until Doechii. It could be industry politics and stuff like that. Because one thing about Lauryn Hill, even though she's not on the commercial tip these days, she is still an industry favorite. She still plays industry politics behind the scenes. She's still revered and honored by the industry. And even she still gets awards. And even just like last year, she received the number 1 on like Apple Music's top albums of all time and stuff like that. So it really signifies that the industry is really like Lauryn Hill fans, like seriously. And I guess I can't blame them for it. My main question to Doechii and TDE is, will they be able to compete commercially? Doechii is great. She's all of these amazing things, but will her music really continue to hit and will it stick with the masses? And is that something moving forward for critically acclaimed rappers that you need in order to be considered a great, right? I personally think so. And so her this mixtape did 11,000 sales first week. It has seen more success since her critical acclaim, her industry push, but I think that she needs to be able to pull that on her own. Now, I have already seen people talking and speculating that Doechii could possibly have Lauryn Hill, Beyonce, and other greats who don't really co-sign a lot of people on her first album. Here's the thing. I can't hate on that because that's one of the things that we use for Nicki Minaj and her talking points. Nicki Minaj had the greats on her first album, Jay-Z, Eminem, Kanye West, right? So it's like, you cannot hate. You really can't hate. And honestly, when it comes to TDE, Young Money, Doechii, Nicki Minaj, and all of these female rappers, everybody should be striving to be better than whoever came before then. And so why would I be mad about Doechii trying to be better or about TDE trying to be better than Young Money or trying to push their artists? Because that's what you should be doing, right? This is rap. This is a competition. You do want to be the best. You should learn from the mistakes that were previously made and try to do better. Here's the thing with Doechii, it's like, yeah, you have all of these great things going for you and you have a lot of individuality when it comes to your just overall artistry in terms of just fashion and everything. But when it comes to music wise, people are still drawing a lot of parallels to Nicki Minaj. And so how do we really do that in a healthy way? Do you guys feel like Doechii is copying? Does she need to find more of her individuality? For me personally, this is my true opinion, which is why I haven't been speaking on this. I truly feel like we have to be okay with people sounding like Nicki and or copying Nicki. That really means that you are a great, that you have set the standard. However, I can feel Nicki's strife, and Nicki hasn't spoken about this, but this is, just how I feel, how she feels is that like we see what happened with Foxy Brown. Her legacy has for the most part been erased by the industry. As somebody who wasn't really when she was really active as an artist, I don't really know much about Foxy Brown. I feel like Nicki feels like her legacy is in jeopardy like that. She does say my legacy could never be undone, but the way that this industry moves, they have erased Foxy Brown. And honestly, me personally, I just think that Nicki Minaj's legacy is too big to be erased, and she has too many fans to even let that happen. That comes as an insecurity in her fans and as the Barbs, which is why when every female rapper does something, they have an opinion about it, and it's not usually a great one. And so that's why I hold my tongue a lot, because once again, you should be striving to be better than the ones who came before you. Like, that's no tea, no shade. Nicki did the exact same thing. So you're going to see people make better decisions and move better. The difference between Doechii and Nicki is that Doechii has literally the industry push. She has the industry behind her. She is playing politics as she should, and as you should, if that's what you want. If you really want, the industry to be behind you critically and in every way, you have to play the game. And Doechii is definitely doing that. But it does seem like it's coming uncompromised, where she still has a lot of say in, at least right now, in everything that she's doing in terms of her aesthetic and music, which is something that I feel like she had to fight her label for. Because if you look back to about 2 years ago, to when Doechii first signed to TDE, it wasn't giving that. It was giving that they were trying to do too much too fast with pushing her into the commercial scene in terms of pop and alternative rap, but it wasn't really catching on. Now it's going to catch back on because now Doechii is really doing it on her own terms, and that's a great sight to see. And we should be happy that the industry is evolving to let these women really pursue their dreams on their own terms. I can't be mad at it for the most part, and I cannot drag another Black woman for walking in, living in her truth. Congratulations to Doechii for getting this Lauryn Hill co-sign, but I'm going to need Doechii to show me that she can really do this on her own, standing on her own, because the co-signs have been a lot. It's been a lot of push recently, and you don't want to do too much in the beginning. She still needs to put out a debut album, and she still needs to stand the test of time. She has a great potential to do that because of her individuality, but we really need to see that because we've given, just like, too many people, not just female rappers, but we have given too many people passes to be called greats and comparable to those who came before them without proving their longevity. So I will see you in 5 years from now, okay? But until then, make sure to like this video and subscribe for more conversations like this. Thank you so much for listening, and I'll see you in the next video.